correct you earlier, but you said how you gonna
Don't
say
fucking correct me, nigga.
because you said Warren Sapp instead of
Yeah,
Marvin Sapp.
yo,
But
Who
I
said
didn't let
Warren
you talk.
Sapp?
You did,
Fuck
sucker.
is you talking
Now,
about?
when you went for the order, it was shit.
Your
Whatnot.
shirt say Toon Squad. Nigga, that
Don't
nigga
worry
ass,
about that.
that nigga ass motherfucking T, nigga.
Your shirt should say straight stripping out there.
Yo, this is Brothers Talking Shit podcast episode 176. If you don't know, after 176 episodes, who I am the Flesh Man, also known as the Fat Boy. I might call somebody broadish, and I'm always your Huckleberry. Holla at me.
and it's Rel, aka Iceberg Shorty, aka the Prince of saying problematic things, because I am not the king of controversial comments anymore. I have passed that on. And as always, smoking on that JB pack. JB, where you at?
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Jay, Big J, Mr. I 95, and as usual, knee picking on me, so I'm gonna pass it on.
It's on me.
Yes, on
Oh
you.
man, y'all already know who it is, man. It's your homie boy Ju, aka the Charm Guy, King of Controversial and Uncomfortable Conversations, controversial comments. Yes, hey, we got the 50,000 sub campaign going on. I'm telling y'all already know. Like, subscribe, throw 50K in the comment section. Yeah.
Yo, what up? It's PJ, the youngest YN you ever seen in your life, aka Jordan little brother. Let's pod.
Hey, yo, what up? This your boy Dre B, aka King Mello. Turn me up in the headphones. I'm ready to pod.
Yeah, fellas, it's your guy, Cool Mike, aka Dr. Mike, BKA, the People's Podiatrist, and we are coming to you as a collective known as the Prophetic Podcast, because we be knowing, and we just some brothers talking shh.
With your cool ass.
Yeah, let's get it.
Fellas. Goodness gracious, why we on pod on like Thursday? Stephen A. Smith and LeBron, just when we thought it was over, the gifts that keeps on giving. Is this like Drake and Kendrick? Like this might be up there with Drake and Kendrick. This might last for a little period of time, man. So what happened?
Yeah,
LeBron went
Pat
on.
McAfee. Yeah.
LeBron went on Pat McAfee.
Was that Tuesday? It was LeBronversation. Was it on Tuesday?
Tuesday.
It was on Tuesday.
It was on Tuesday.
It was on Tuesday.
So what happened, Iceberg, when Pat McAfee brought LeBron to the Thunderdome?
Yeah, so LeBron was playing Indiana Pacers on Tuesday night. They had a game against the Pacers on Tuesday night. And they flew in Monday, and LeBron went to the Thunderdome, which is Pat McAfee's home base studio in Indianapolis, Indiana, and sat down. And they say it was like 2 hours, 3 hours total, but he had a whole conversation. It was like an hour and 15 minutes on the Pat McAfee show, where he just started unloading on everybody and everything. And it was a big deal because LeBron, outside of his own, you know what I'm saying, entity, the shop or the Mind of the Game podcast, really don't sit down and talk to nobody anymore. Because one, he don't have to, right? So he had that great conversation with Pat McAfee and then turned the world upside down. They acknowledged it before it happened on First Take because Pat McAfee show comes on at noon after 2 hours of First Take 10 to 12. Pat McAfee's on the news Eastern. And then, you know what I'm saying? They even brought it up after that. But they definitely had excerpts, you know what I'm saying, the day before. So they kind of knew what was going on prior to it even being shown because it was a pre recorded conversation before it went out there, man. But I'm going to let somebody else say something about it. But it just. Stephen A. Smith like a fucking clown to me, and everybody literally let him get away with it because he's $100 million man for ESPN. But that don't mean nothing to me. He's a fucking clown, and the stuff
right.
that he said was clownish.
All right. Was it calculated? I think it was very calculated. Brian going to Pat McAfee. I heard some people say, JB, that he should have went to a black podcast.
A lot of people say Ray
right,
Daniels
but end of the
too.
day, it's a deeper. Who don't you know? There's something there between Stephen A. Smith and Pat McAfee. We know that's there. So for him to go to the Pat McAfee show, I think really was calculated. I think the whole thing was calculated about Brian. The one thing that threw me for a loop was the Brian Windhurst comment of him being weird. The first time I ever seen Brian Windhurst was, I think, when Brian was going back to Cleveland, I felt like. he kind of popped up, and he, for real, let's be honest, his career as far as on ESPN, I think kind of
because of Bron.
Is off of Bron's, and for it to be a thing, I felt weird because to me, I thought they had a relationship or something. And it seems that they really don't.
We got our local Cleveland affiliate here in the building, so
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Go ahead, Dr. Mike.
I didn't know it was gonna come up so soon, but I was in Cleveland at the time of the LeBron James in high school. He was a junior when I started school for podiatry in Cleveland. His games were so big, he had to sell them out at different stadiums. So Cleveland State was a location. Me and Dr. Robert, rest in peace, Dr. Robert. Shout out to Dr. Hadley.
Yes, sir.
R.I.P.
Went to see him, and he dazzled and everything. And then so we saw him throughout those times. Windhurst, I believe, was writing for the Akron Beacon Journal. He was tasked with covering the local high school, and so he attached himself obviously to the phenom. Now LeBron James was what he was, and then turned out to be everything that they said he couldn't on some level. So you saw Windhurst's career kind of just almost naturally hitch itself to LeBron. So it was a little older than even being LeBron being in the league. It kind of dates back to his high school days as far as the coverage. But you're right. He popped up and became a national figure just because LeBron turned into LeBron. Wendy was a beneficiary of the LeBron James effect in economy. No doubt.
PJ, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, it just seemed like a unnecessary stray that he caught, in my opinion. Like
Wendy?
Yeah, like just from watching him on First Take and ESPN, like he always speaks highly of LeBron. I've never seen him have any like negative takes, on that particular platform. So for LeBron to kind of like take a shot at him in that way, I felt like it was kind of punching down, in my opinion.
I think.
Oh, go ahead. Cool. That's cool.
I think the part I heard was that, I'm sorry, Dre, that when like one of the things was like Wendy was like, why LeBron signed with Nike or something like that. And sometimes he may have spoke as if you got the ear of the camp or something, like, you know what I mean? That's how it came across in one of those things. And so LeBron, I think, said something like, I ain't signed with Nike because of that.
Yeah.
So it was some old clip that I saw, and I don't know the quote, but at the very least, that's an example.
Then that wasn't a stray. Go ahead, B.
I was just gonna say, in that case, that's two parties involved, right? So you have LeBron James camp, and then you have Nike. Like, who's to say when he doesn't have a contact at Nike to get like that I guess intel to know, what was the actually workings of that deal.
And real quick, before Dre go, damn, that's a long time to wait to get that off, though. When did Wendy say this? Wendy Ben said this, or is something he said recently?
Well, LeBron don't talk. That's what I'm saying. Then it came up, right? Like, and it just came up. I think Pat doesn't.
I thought he brought Wendy up.
It was around the face of the league time of life. The conversation my aunt didn't want it. It was around that time.
Oh, we talking about a couple months. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Wendy said that. Yeah. All right, Dre. What's up, Dre?
Yeah, I just think, for one thing, this whole Stephen A. and LeBron thing definitely is the gift that keeps on giving, right? But there's like so many layers to this thing, talking about Stephen A. and how, Rel, I agree with you. He looks like a clown at this point. And now I just feel like he's doing anything and kind of like agitating it just to remain, in the spotlight. Because, everybody knows nobody watches First Take no more. And then I think that, when it comes to LeBron and choosing to go on Pat McAfee, I think when you don't speak often, as LeBron doesn't, you go on the biggest platform you can find. And as much as I would have loved for him to go on All the Smoke or one of these, black podcasts or black platforms, right? The biggest platform he could find was Pat McAfee. And he clearly had some shit he wanted to get off his chest. So, I don't knock him for it. But I am getting a little tired of Stephen A. and, him being an attention whore.
Jay.
That's the biz.
No, I agree. I can't even say anything because I don't want to repeat what Dre just said. So I agree with everything he just said. That's what I was going to say.
Oh, shit, you done? Oh, shit. All right. The gift that keeps on giving, boy.
I think it's so many places we could take this. It's
Take it,
just
Juice. Let's go.
It's done so much. I just don't know where to go. I'll say this though. We not gonna Stephen A. We not finna say what you coulda, shoulda, woulda did. Like if you ain't say what you was gonna say, then don't do it. You making yourself look worse. Because I was aboard the train of, hey, it could have been handled differently. Because really I thought this incident would just be isolated. But now it is turned into, you're right. This is Kendrick, Drake. Everybody is on top of the beef that Stephen A. and LeBron has. So it's really wild and crazy. I'm gonna throw a little something else out there because I didn't really notice. This kind of came out of the conversation that LeBron and Jordan aren't friends. Like, is that a thing? I really don't like. Did y'all kind of hear that? They were like, they're not cool.
Yeah, they don't
Something
speak.
about, they're, I guess because he's still, or LeBron feels because he's still in the league right now that, they're not friends or whatever. I mean, I just think this is, I'm gonna land right here. I think that I'll say this: LeBron is coming towards the end of his career.
Yep.
So why not spit that hot fire? Go ahead and say everything that you ever want to say. The GOAT conversation is out there. Stephen A. has been on everybody's ass the entire time he's been on TV. So this is just definitely pause. You know what I'm saying? So this is just what's going on. But this is really wild. All of this.
Go ahead, Pig.
No, I was just gonna say I think it was also like we gotta know that LeBron is like super calculated. So it almost seemed like he was auditioning for his own show. You know what I mean? Post career. Like I could see him having that same setup as a Pat McAfee show. You know what I mean? When he got his own thing and he can just get all his takes off, all the things he's been wanting to say throughout his career. He can just go crazy on his own platform. So I wouldn't be surprised if, in the next 2-3 years, we have a LeBron James show.
Cool.
I wanted to say I thought it was really important, and I hadn't really seen it since the news broke, but it was in our group chat, and it was made by Rel. The proximity, the big deal people playing about why LeBron don't go on the black shows, even like what's the name, like Richard Jefferson, like he been on our show, you know what I mean, that kind of deal. Was that they were in town for the game. That's a big. I ain't want to miss that because it still ain't. They were in town for the game. Proximity is a lot. He didn't cut his life short to go do a podcast. He kicked it before the game or whatever the proximity of the game. Big deal and a miss point as far as motive about where and how he can go to somebody else's show. And you was gonna slap him, Stephen A. Come on, you gonna swing on him?
Let's go there.
It was no. It was a lot of low hanging fruit. To Cool's point, like
pause.
What I said, low hanging fruit. That's a pause. Damn. All right, pause. Low hanging fruit. That's crazy. All right, pause. I got it. You call.
Hey, you drink a pina colada. Pause.
But yeah, like Ray Daniels made a big deal about it, and I listened to the Ray Daniels podcast. But like Ray Daniels, come and do this podcast if you want to give somebody a look. Like I just think that they was taking unnecessary shots, right? And then Stephen A. Smith like a straight bitch on TV. He was sucking his teeth, rolling his eyes, parsing his lips, twiddling like this. You brought up the fucking fact that LeBron wasn't at the daggone Kobe Bryant memorial, which wasn't true. He just ain't want to be in the face and everybody, all the camera stuff. He was there. He just was in the back because people deal with death differently. And it's not your place to say. You just bringing up random shit. You the type of motherfucker who you get caught and you snitch on everybody else about some shit that you know. And that's what you went on TV and did.
Definitely, bro.
LeBron didn't say he's gonna punch you in your mitt. Like it came out of nowhere. I would have swung on him. Would you?
Definitely broadish though to bring up those things. And
that was whack as fuck. Then he had to retrace it. He had to retract it. I don't regret nothing I said, but I misspoke about this. No, you was loud and wrong, yo. You was wrong.
The one thing, Brian would have, like, I can understand that to a certain extent because everything is so, when it comes to Brian, people focus in so much on things. If he'd cried too much, they just like at the memorial of Kobe or whatever. I can understand him not probably wanting to be in the camera because it takes away from it because of the fact that they focus on him so much. Oh well, Brian was crying. No, he wasn't crying. He didn't show no emotions, and that becomes a part of the topic or the conversation more than the actual situation, which I
But
understand.
yeah, but it's not up to any individual to decide how
No, I'm
somebody
saying-
else
I'm
breathes.
saying- no, I'm saying that's why he-
regardless. But what I'm saying is, none of us can speculate why he was or wasn't there, and it just sounds like a good thing to talk about. Whether he didn't want it to be about him, people grieve in different ways,
True.
and it's not anybody's right to solve that, and that's the fucked up part about it. Like, period. Like in life, yo. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even want to. That wasn't even my major point.
I know. I'm just saying. It was my point because that grinded me up. Because I've been grieving recently, and people mourn differently. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead.
Go ahead, Neef.
I was more want to tap into the whole when Cool brought up how his relationship with Mike and his relationship with Michael Jordan and all that.
Yeah.
And I think that makes sense. I don't see, Mike is from that era anyway, so I don't see how. I think Mike and Kobe probably became cool after, towards the end of Kobe's career.
No, always.
Yeah.
No. He didn't. When the kid
always.
No, it wasn't always.
They always been cool.
Plush, always.
When he said, the kid trying to take over the All-Star game.
Correct.
It wasn't rocking like that earlier.
He said in the Last Dance documentary.
Was.
The Last Dance
correct. That's not even a part. That's not even a major part of what we talking about. We're not talking about.
I'm just saying, you're trying to figure out a way. Yo, it's okay to not be cool with Michael Jordan. That is totally fine, LeBron. That's fine.
He felt the need to.
No, the question was asked. He did not feel the need to explain it. He didn't just come out and say that. He asked. Did you even watch the interview, or did you watch clips?
I watched clips.
I
meant to watch the interview. Hold on, pause this shit. Like, you
you not alone.
You could have texted me.
You ain't watched the
interview. You know what? You acting real Stephen A. Smith right now.
And you gonna swing on him?
Ain't like the party.
If you see my face right now, I swing on him.
Clips.
But I did see a lot of the clips though. I was really, but I didn't. I meant to. I swear my heart was. I'm sorry, world. I fucked up. But yeah, I just damn. Who next? Go ahead, Dre.
Let me just say this, and I don't. You know what I'm saying? I want to get this point across before we move on or it goes somewhere else. Hey, Stephen A, I want to talk directly to Stephen A right now. Let me look at my camera. Hey, Stephen A, you talk a lot of shit for somebody that can't throw a punch. Y'all seen that video?
Yes.
No, hold on. It was 10 years ago. How you cheer both your quads? You said
rotator cuff.
Damn.
Not your quads.
My bad.
Your quads over here.
Legs.
Your quads over here. Hey, Dr. Mike, help him out.
Help him, cool. Please help him.
Please educate him. I'm gonna put a graphic up. Like, this is your quad. This is your rotator cuff.
My bad.
I told both of my quads.
Hey, what's this? A dude?
Yo, stick to the fucking point, yo. Let's get back on track. This ain't about me right now. We talking about Bron. 2 of them. All right. So yeah, it's rotator cuffs. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Who's next? I got some shit to say.
Somewhere Kwame Brown is saying thank you, God, for letting all of this happen, because all that shit Stephen A talked about me for all this time is kind of coming back. I'm gonna end this on Stephen A and say this. Stephen A to me is kind of like Dr. Umar Johnson. It's like when he first came out, I was, yay, this is the young brother who represents us. And then over time, I think the mystique wears off, and then you kind of see the BS. And I feel like that about Stephen A. I think that he is a great reporter. I think he's a great personality. I think he deserves the money he's gotten. I think he's done great for ESPN. But to some degree, he is very catty. He's very messy. He keeps a lot of crap up. And I just think this is just finally, he comes off as a hater at times. And so they're just kind of, he's just kind of getting his just due.
I don't think he all that, yo. I just think ESPN don't have no fucking better options.
Yeah,
like
that's
what it is. What Hov saying, I quote, he's like, that's like being the tallest midget. I know that's not, you know what I'm saying, politically correct. I'm just quoting Hov. I didn't say it, right? That's a Hov bar, right? Like you don't get no props. Get the fuck out of here. Sponsors. You're right.
We can't forget that the ESPN is for entertainment. Like, that's the gig. You know what I mean? Like, he has to be that personality. Even if it's like against his own will or his own code. Like, that's what they're paying him to do, like to antagonize, to be
PJ,
catty.
But say that though. Don't make it seem like it's
He can't.
journalism.
That's like the third
allure.
wall.
Yeah,
that's like
okay.
breaking
PJ
character on WWE.
PJ, you still watch First Take?
Hey Fab, gotcha.
PJ, you still watch First Take, don't you?
Yeah, I still watch it.
Yeah, you look like it.
What the fuck you watching?
First Take face
dog. Don't PJ like that, dog. What is wrong with you? What you
I
watching?
watch everything though.
I don't watch clips, Neve. I don't watch clips.
You watch strippers at 12 p.m. in the afternoon.
No,
that's
at
the
2.
fuck you doing.
At 2. From 12 to 2, I watch the whole thing, though. I watch the
At the shakies.
All right, so let me ask y'all this.
With the fork and shakies.
Huh? Right, with a fork. Eating tater tots. All right, let me ask y'all this. Is it fair to well, the week started off with a producer saying that Stephen A was the mad black man. Is that fair to give him that title? I'm gonna start. I don't think it's fair. I think whatever he does isn't a mad black thing. I don't think that's what it is. I think I think he's seen something that worked and he ran with it. And he's been running with it ever since. So I don't think the whole mad black thing, and I don't think Stephen A. Smith is at home unhappy. I think he's a very successful man, and I think even with all this going on, I don't think it really, I would hope not. I would hope you just take it and leave it at the door and go home and enjoy your life. Hope you're not at home and thinking about LeBron on a Saturday night. So, but I don't think the mad black thing is it takes away from the work he put in these years and the time that he's put in, whether you like him or not.
Which part of the conversation, though, yo?
What do you mean? Just in general, I guess from the statement that's his personality, is the mad black man.
The way his tone comes across about Pat McAfee is passive aggressive to me at best, right? And he always kind of side eye and slight it. And let me be the first person to say it here on the Prophetic Podcast. When Pat McAfee re-up, oh yeah, that Stephen A. goddamn contract look real small, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me be very clear about that, right?
Or he'll be leaving, and he has no problem leaving.
Right, he'll have no problem leaving, and it's funny because ESPN is starting to censor the show more than they had been in the past, right? So somebody
while we talking about it, Stephen A. little thing he doing over on the side ain't nothing. Like he thought he's going, I'm gonna start my own little. That shit ain't nothing compared to
your nephew corny too. That's nepotism too. Like you mad about Bronny, your nephew corny as shit. Like,
hey, I kind of like his nephew.
Oh, am I clown? Yeah. That's why I wore this hat. You know what I'm saying? Pennywise, clown.
He's kind of
fucking clown, right? Like he's a clown.
Funny juice.
Sometimes I like weird comedy. Like I guess he's like kind of funny to me.
Go watch Corey Holcomb if you want weird comedy.
I like Corey Holcomb.
That's not weird comedy. That's real shit, Jay. What are you talking about?
Two grown men having a conversation right now.
I like the 5150 show.
Did you just say that with that haircut?
No, I sure did. Go drink your apple juice.
Good. All right. I
want to chime in. I want to chime in on the angry black man thing. Right. Do we have to always keep it at color? Like,
no.
Can he just be a personality? I think he's just a personality. Sometimes I think we overuse you're the angry black this or you're the black this. So I think that was really out of pocket. Now we've called bro a bitch up here. We said a lot of things about Stephen that we can categorize him as, but the angry black man, I think he's a personality like anybody else. You know, so I think that was a little like it was over used. I just think that's just it was meant to be what it was in the tank. So that's just me personally.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up?
Mike got something.
Go cool, my bad.
No, so real quick, to get this story some context, wasn't that a secret recording? Wasn't the producer secretly recorded? So he didn't know he was being recorded.
Yeah, right. I think so.
If I understand, which is kind of a big deal in and of itself, is one thing. I don't think I actually agree with you. I don't think it's wholly fair like Angry Black Man, but I think it's more WWE. I think more Paul Bearer, like the manager, right? The theatrics of it all. So that works more often than it doesn't for Stephen A. And over the years, it just has. I think where it gets to a issue with some other people is that who's directing you when some of the theatrics seem over the top and point specific, like very, very, directed, right? Who's green lighting you to kind of go back from the Kwame Brown era? And so when you kind of spin it forward, and now you're doing this still, that's just part of what he's, like you said, paid to do. And I don't think it's just Angry Black Man as much as it is like wrestling promotions. You know what I mean? So
And know what it be too. Like I'm guilty of it. Like sometimes in the midst of this, we get a little worked up and your voice get loud, and it seems like you're angry when you're not angry. You're just excited about or passionate about whatever it is you're speaking about. I get a lot of, oh, you seem like you're upset. No, that's just how I talk.
No, but yeah, correct. But the point is, we can have a conversation about this and be excitable about it. But if I start taking shots at your character and saying wild stuff that I know about you,
oh yeah,
something that don't have nothing to do with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you my brother. There's stuff that we know about each other that ain't never gonna be said.
Right.
But so it ain't nothing up here that you and I gonna go back and forth. And I'm like, yo, remember that time? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's where you talking about Kobe in the middle of whatever happened in between y'all two was out of bounds.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you were just taking shots.
That's like when you like a girl, like a woman, like I gotta hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Like they see, they just gotta.
Yeah.
I gotta say
that's
anything,
what made it angry.
Even if I don't mean it. Even if I don't mean it.
Like that's where it got. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's broadish.
Yeah, you are a character, and you're becoming a caricature of yourself. So everybody used to yelling and being obnoxious, but then like to say something that has nothing to do with the topic at all made it angry for me.
But see, I took the statement by the gentleman not as just this LeBron thing. I thought just as a career. I looked at it like that. That's what they were trying to say. That's what he comes across as, and that's what he's been for his career. I wasn't necessarily thinking, and maybe I'm wrong. So when I'm speaking about it, I'm actually speaking about his career, not just the LeBron situation. You know what I'm saying? How y'all taking it? Y'all taking it like that, or y'all taking it like just this Bron situation when we talk about the angry black man thing?
Yeah, so when I originally heard the audio, like that's what I was thinking too, is basically the producer was saying, like, we paid this guy to be the token angry black guy at ESPN. That's the way that I took it. You know what I'm saying?
Look at Juice face.
I have a serious problem, right, with them characterizing, Stephen A in that light, right? Because regardless of what we think about him and this corny situation he got going on with LeBron James, this man has put in the work and he deserves every single dollar, right, of that contract that
and more.
He's been deserved it. Right, right.
And more.
Now, it doesn't mean that because that's the thought process of the producers at ESPN, it doesn't mean that he's complicit in that. It don't mean they sat him down at the table and said, hey, we're going to give you $100 million, but we need you to bring our angry black guy, right? It doesn't mean that he did that. And so the way that I took that audio was like, yo, we're paying this man. We need him to be the angry black guy. And I had a problem with it. I didn't like that at all because I feel like it like demeaned, all of the work that he did put in Philadelphia with Allen Iverson and all that kind of stuff. Like, he's just some caricature that they decided to throw on the screen and, dance and.
Yo,
that's how I feel about him.
At one point, he was on ESPN all day. And right. I think if you look at it, that Kwame Brown version of him and him now is a little more pulled back or more chilled than it was.
Absolutely not.
From then. He was wild then. I think he was louder then.
He still is.
Okay. He still is. You just ain't watching, Flush.
Oh, that might be it. That could be it. Jay, what you about to say, Jay?
No, I feel like at this point in his career, he should know, like, there's no, like, you're going to go in the room, someone's going to have a mic on you. It's kind of like...
You talking about the guy, the producer?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like Stephen A should know, like, somewhere, especially if you're talking, like...
Stephen A ain't say that.
No, it was said about him.
It was said about him.
Like, but anywhere that he's going to be or about him, is someone's going to have a mic, right? Like,
he wasn't there probably, Jay.
I'm just saying, but if you're talking about this person, if someone is out there talking about LeBron, like if a reporter's out there going to talk about LeBron, there's going to be a mic or a camera on them somewhere, somehow. You know what I mean? So, like, that was just dumb on his behalf.
On whose behalf, Jay?
or the producer? Like, did I think?
I mean, if I'm a producer, I don't think nobody recording me. I'm just
shit.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, you probably should move into space.
I just told you that I'm gonna record you from now on.
You gotta move like the mob, like yo, listen, no phone calls.
Yeah, for sure. Somebody close us out on this, so we can move on. PJ,
the conspiracy theorists in me think all this shit is staged, man.
I want to say this
orchestrated.
My bad, PJ. I wasn't trying to cut you off. I just want to say this because racial shit pisses me off. So I'm going back to the wise Dr. Cool on this one, man. The fact that was supposed to be offline issue. Like if you were saying it publicly, then I'm probably more aligned with PJ with the whole stage thing because I think it's staged. And who knows? The offline could be a play too. But if this is really offline and that's how y'all talking behind the scenes, bro, why are you saying that? Like, why are you even how Dre put it, it's like, okay, we're paying him to do that. Like, you're the angry black, like, hey, man, hey, what y'all doing? I got a problem with that. So it goes right back to I don't think this is about Bron. I think this is about every take that this dude has, especially when he's talking about black men.
So, do we know if this man? I'm curious if this man is white or black. The producer that said
I think he looked Latino from the little picture I seen. I don't know. Am I tripping?
White. Well, did you say white then?
Brian Bertrand. So I
think, yeah, they ain't no black man. They ain't no black man.
He's Jewish.
Oh shit.
Oh, y'all going for it.
That's juice. We're canceled. Listen, we gave him a week or two off. He started like the old juice. The charm god is charming.
God's in the building.
I'm gonna make me go back.
Bro, what'd you say? 58-13 last time you checked?
Yeah.
Can't say that.
Yo, another thing that's
had on.
That's what it is. Another thing that stuck out to me too was the whole cookies, the Pat Riley cookie thing. That shit was wild to me. So the story. See, I seen enough clips. So the story was that LeBron used to get on the plane. They had the same stewardess or whatever on the plane, and they was passing out chocolate chip cookies. He took a liking to them, and they would always bring the chocolate chip cookies. Then one day, Bron got on the plane, and the ladies didn't have the chocolate chip cookies anymore, and they were really like standoffish with him too. And I understand the success of Pat Riley and the things that he's achieved, but I believe you can be. I don't believe in favoritism like that. I mean, I know certain players get certain benefits, but I mean, I feel like that's real petty. Like to take that man two chocolate. It wasn't like he was getting a box. They was giving him 2 chocolate chip cookies, and Pat Riley shut down the chocolate chip cookie situation. To me, it's just like that's a hell of a title.
Who gives a fuck though? Yo, like he's LeBron fucking James. Like what do you think he was going to get?
Riley?
Yeah, like that's corny as fuck.
Because he's a control freak. He's a control freak, obviously.
Yeah, and that's the problem, yo. We give him too much props for all the stuff he accomplished. He's fucking 83 years old. Get the fuck out of here, Pat Riley. Like you had LeBron James. He still was doing what he was doing. He thought the 2 cookies was going to make a fucking difference.
He had to show him something.
That's some old slavery shit, yo. Get the fuck out of here.
Brother. Talk about it.
So it wasn't LeBron brought it up because D Wade brought it up on the podcast, right? And that's how that came. We like, how I knew it was over in Miami when Pat Riley took LeBron cookies, and then LeBron elaborated further on it. Like, what you doing? Gambling's on the plane is cool. Millions of dollars exchanging hands is cool between flights, but the fucking cookies is off limits.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
The cookie budget.
They had games on that plane.
Cookie monster.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, what they say? What Kanye say? Old folks talk about back in my day.
Yeah.
Like, give a fuck about that, cuz.
Yeah. All right, yo. Fuck that. And fuck Pat Riley.
Yeah, cookies is
say what I said.
Fuck Pat Riley now. Fuck Pat Riley now.
100%. He ain't a Laker. When last time he did something for us?
You ain't never lied.
Exactly. I was like 4.
Pat Riley, the fucking Jay Prince of the NBA.
I gotta live down here, dog. Yeah, Drew.
We don't respect you niggas.
I seen the podcast.
Hey,
It ain't safe in the streets for Jew.
Hey, Juice. Hey, come on over, partner. You know,
I'm gonna be living up there with you in Baltimore. I'm be saying rude and you. I'm be right up there with y'all.
Do a chicken box. You might as well come to Philly. You got the beard and the baldy. You might be better. You might be
better off here.
Right. Like,
hey,
right there.
Get on your D. You know what I'm saying? It's out loud. This joint.
Drop me down low. You straight.
Hey,
I'm not gonna be out there though. You ain't gonna be able to hit me up. I drop you off out there. I'm gonna lock the doors and keep it moving. These young niggas 15
click.
Right. The old baby on the corner.
Old baby on the corner trick, eh?
Hey, Juice, don't answer the numbers you don't recognize.
Yeah. Occupant time is ahead. Just keep it moving. Yeah. Stay going where the fuck you going at. All right. Marvin Sapp asking for listen, I heard the video.
Close the door. Close the door.
Lock the doors.
Lock the door.
I can't leave. That Marvin Sapp shit, wow, bro. Who want to talk about this, man? Who? Oh yeah, Juice. Go ahead, Juice.
Let's go, Juice. Put him in the game, Juice.
I'm on my brother. Hey, man, this is okay. So serious moment. This is why so many people have turned away from the church. Like we want to, I made a comment not too long ago. I said that Black exodus from the church has been one of the most horrible things we've ever done in our community because it took the moral compass away, which is why you got the YNs out here, right? I believe this. But when you see shit like that, it's like that's why we had it in the first place. First, I'm gonna tell you one. Let the usher stand at the door. He gonna catch the 2-piece, bro. I'm not finna not leave out the church just to give you $20. And where does the assumption that just because these people finna go out to eat, to Chili's, wherever they finna go after catching the sermon, that they got the money to be given to your big ass? Hey, if you can't afford to keep the church open, go online, have a YouTube church. I'm landing my plane right there.
So this, as my brother just said, it's more today about the messenger than it is the message. All right, from whatever pastor or preacher who you ever want to see, white, black, Spanish, whatever, and Creflo dollars, when they rolling around in Benzes and they pulling up in caddies with swangers on them and whatnot, and you try to figure out where your next meal coming from. So again, as you said, try to lock me in, and I'm gonna box you in out that door. All right, so I'm getting out of there. So if I've already gave my church my tithes, I am not feeling obligated to give any more, okay? And if I'm up on that pulpit, I'm probably looking at him crazy, like, you want me to get what? After I did what? So
he's on some Suge Knight shit. You're not gonna muscle me, dog. I'm sorry. You trying to strong arm me, and you ain't got a gun on you. You trying to strong arm me.
He put that church in the headlock like Vince Rames did Jody on Baby Boy. He was like,
go ahead, PJ.
Now I was gonna say to that gun point, and I think Cool probably was there that day, but me and my family, we had visited my cousin's church. I forget. I mean, it may have been her
birthday.
Yeah, on her birthday. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it was like kind of a mega church or whatever. And we grew up in a Catholic church, so it's a completely different experience. But when we were there, they had armed security guards inside of the church, and they like locked the doors as the service was going on. And it was like the strangest thing to like experience. And it had me just questioning, like, is this really necessary? Like the security guards actually had guns like inside of the church. It was the wildest thing. I forget his name.
Is that a fire hazard too?
I know TD has armed.
What part of Baltimore?
Yeah. No, it wasn't in Baltimore. It was in the county. I forget which county it was though. But I guess the flip side of that is like there have been incidents where pastors or even the congregation have been attacked while at service. So I kind of see both sides of it, but just like I said, just going back to that moment, it was like a little jarring to see like dudes with like nines on their hip standing like 10 feet away from you while you're receiving the word. Like it was kind of crazy.
I don't subscribe to the business of church, so I didn't go that day. right? But when I got it linked up with my family, because we did go eat after that, and I heard the story, I was angry, right? And I'll let Cool decide what part of that he want to tell. But that part of it alone angered me enough that I probably would never just step foot back in a church without it being something specific that my mother once asked me to do, or an actual service for somebody that I love. But that shit made me angry last year, right? Yeah. Like if y'all hear it, y'all gonna be like, what the fuck? Right? It's wild what they did. I'm gonna kick it to the doctor and let him share.
And I'm gonna decide. I'm not gonna even elaborate, but so much. But it was a locked door situation, and I actually needed to.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, excuse myself through one of the ways, and it was I was in effect told no. Despite the fact that there was people kind of going in and out, and I guess it had to do with the timing. Mine was business related that I had to kind of excuse myself, but it did leave a sour taste in my mouth minimally, right? I don't know if people tune in specifically to hear Bible stuff on Brothers Talking Podcast, but 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 7, each one must give as he has decided in his heart, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver. We heard that. We all know that, whether you go in church or not. We've heard that in some shape, form, or fashion in general. It's a bad look, flat out, right? It's a bad look. And so that's exactly right. You get people, you want to shame people. It's the same way when you say get up and kind of come to the thing. He said something like that. You give electronically and tap and all that.
No, he said he wanted to see.
He said bring the collection plates to the front. I want to see y'all giving. Like, that was crazy to me. I watched the whole thing and I cringed. Like, if you know me, you know that I have a giving heart. Right? If you know me, you know that that's where I literally live. Right? Because I do it because I love the people that I be around. And if I got it, y'all got it. Without that, period. Right? That's how I operate. Like, dog.
Bro, this ain't that.
Having it, not having it, $10 in my pocket, $10,000 in my pocket. It's like, it don't even make a difference to me. So, like, according to cool scripture, I'm good. That don't say go to church and give Marvin Sapp $20. And what if I only had $20 and I had to make sure that me and my kid ate? Guess what? I ain't giving it to you to count my blessings. I promise you that.
If I gave you my last $20 and I can't get on the bus and you drive by me, you gonna stop to take me home?
Right. You gonna look at me crazy like, oh, no.
This $20 is my bus fare or my lunch money for my child, or getting my lunch in the lunch this week for my child.
That's what they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Look at you. I see you.
You're not gonna force. Nobody's gonna force me to do anything, bro. Period.
And far too long. And let's talk about like the black church, right? But far too long, you grew up in this by and by, wait and see, shame till you whatever. Oh, it's gonna, man. Listen, even some of the people on the stage, when he turned around and said, "Hey, y'all should be giving. We up here should be giving 100." They like, I don't make as much as you. What you talking about? We you now you in my pocket 2.5 times what you told. 5 times what you told people out there, and we don't even make the same. I'm sure it was resentment from people right on that pulpit. It's a real situation.
Don't play with my heart. Don't play with my conscience. Like, don't play no mind games with me. Like, no, dog, don't insult me like that. Like, that's the real thing. Because at the end of the day, now I got to sit back here and question how you go about things in general. I got to question this whole situation, because if you'll do that and play on the fact that I love God and I want to go to church and this is and I feel like I want to give, and you play on that and you try to use that in the wrong way, I feel like he used that in the wrong way. So if you can leave an impression on somebody that will make them not feel like iceberg and feel like I don't want to go into a church because of that type of situation, because you're like, you playing mind game. Like, don't play with me, dog. Like that right there is, don't try to play with my head and use God and my love for God as a weapon to do other things like that. No, dog, we're not doing that.
Speaking of the black church, over 40 years, we have given the black church over $400 billion. That is this is
and still ain't seen the doorknob change.
Astronomical. So it's like
the building fund.
Where has the money gone? Now let's talk about this too. In comparison to white churches, um, I don't see. You can say what you want about Joel Osteen. He's had some weird stuff. You can say whatever you want to about some of these white churches, but it doesn't seem like the money is flaunted, even if they're doing it, which they do. They have things in the way black churches all do, collectively do, and consistently ask of us. The money, it's not the same. That's the other issue that I have. As much as we critique white folk, the way they do, I've never went to a white church and been held captive. I just had the white church experience is just different. Also, Mr. Sapp, never should have made it. Didn't you do that? That wasn't a hit song. That wasn't enough money. I mean,
that was him.
That was him. Never should have made it. It's like
without you.
I guess you didn't make it. That's like you up here tripping about where the 40,000 going, nigga.
Once Trump pardoned Diddy, they about to come up with the remix. So
go ahead, Trey. Go ahead, Trey.
No, but let's be clear. Like I got his net. The man is worth $4 million. Like that's his net worth that I got on the screen right now. I watched the video, and if him saying close the door wasn't already a problem, the part that really did make me cringe, right, was when he turned around. He said, "Oh, it costs it cost y'all need to give $100 because it costs to stand up here." And the that went into my mind is, what scripture is that? Because
extortion.
The last time I checked, the word of God was free. I got a Bible downstairs. So why would I come to your church and sit up on the stage with you if I got to pay $100 to stay here, and I can sit down in my living room and watch church online for free and receive the blessings of God? Like that was crazy to me. So yeah, he's wild for that. Like, and I think because he's a public figure and he's a public pastor, big dog, you got to go on YouTube. You got to go on the biggest platform you can find. You got to explain that. Like,
the biggest thing is
Sat moving like Big U, church check-in.
Come on, man.
The biggest thing.
Hey, that's a title.
They always say when you get here, the doors are always open. Well, apparently not.
Right, right. Bars, Jay. Bars.
Hey, what you say, Jay? Come as you are with $20.
Right, as long as you got some money. Come as you are with a pocket full of money.
Yeah.
That shit crazy, yo. Like, he in the way.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here,
the
Marvin
door.
Sapp.
No, I said close the door. What you about to, everybody get naked. That's like everybody get butt naked.
Yeah.
What the fuck going on, man?
Nobody move, nobody get hurt.
Yeah. Right. Man tripping. All right, man. Let's step into this Jayden Daniels and JuJu Watkins situation. So women's national tournament going on. I guess on national TV they show Jayden Daniels sitting with JuJu Watkins. So they having a nice conversation, laughing and joking, enjoying each other's company as two young people do. They can possibly be friends. Who knows who's might have the same agent and know the same people or whatever. So they're having a good time. Then cut to moms in between both of them. And the energy changed up. JuJu don't look happy. Jayden don't look happy. And the mom running her mouth. I'm going to go first on this one. Mom, if you don't sit your ass down somewhere, first off, JuJu ain't, like, to me, JuJu ain't no chicken head who looking for a check, who looking to she might got more money than your son right now, or close to it.
She got a check.
Right, she's doing her own
that
thing.
Check is nice.
A young woman I'm pretty sure she's very focused on her career, and the people around her are, I'm sure, Nike and all that she got going on, I'm pretty sure she ain't too pressed to have a boyfriend either. But if that's what's happening and they having a good time, you overstepping. So all I seen when I seen that was somebody who's gonna end up being cut out the picture. Because at the end of the day, your son is gonna eventually, if I know he grew up in a church and all those different things, and
then he go to LSU. Ain't that where he went to school?
Yeah.
He started at Arizona. Then he went
Next.
to LSU.
Go ahead, Flush. Go ahead.
Right.
I don't want to confirm what I know about the boot.
When you all up in your kids' business like that, you're going to be the one who ain't going to be able to see the grandkids and all that. You're going to be out of the picture. Let that young man live his life and know the difference between a chicken head who's trying to push up on your son and a young woman out here who's doing her own thing, who's about to set herself up. She might have sneaks before he has sneaks. So at the end of the day, he might be No, I ain't gonna
wearing
say
her
that.
joint.
No,
No,
the money. No,
Yeah,
I'm just no.
She's already got
The
a
money
Nike
he
deal.
gonna get, and the money she
She's
might.
got a Nike
It might
deal.
take a while for she to
yeah.
get that.
She's the chosen bun.
Dog, she is.
Like that's
Yeah,
the
the
whole
that's hard.
thing.
bun is
It's
a hot name.
crazy.
That's hard.
Yeah, that's a hot name.
Yeah,
Hey,
when I saw the video, right, that his mom definitely gave me like I grew up, my son is my husband energy. Like that is 1,000% the energy that she gave. And then I happened to come across, because of the algorithm, I happened to come across a video where they asked her what was her biggest fear, and she said her biggest fear was women when it comes to her son. So your biggest fear is not that your son gonna get injured, knock on wood, nothing else. Your biggest fear is that a woman is gonna come along and take your son away from you. That was crazy.
If your relationship is strong, I'm gonna let somebody else go. But if your relationship, first of all, y'all not running the same race.
Right.
A mother's place and a wife's place is two different things. And the fact of the matter is, when you acting like that, he's going to choose his wife. So you're going to be the one not coming to Christmas. You're going to be the one who can't come to the barbecue. Cool.
So
I'm just saying, you was just pausing right then. They're two different jobs, two different roles. She out of bounds, man. I actually believe she was as close to being inbounds with her professing that she don't want like the hangers on to come for Jayden, right? She's protecting him from the bloodsuckers, right? The bad ones, so to speak. I think that's fine. Even in this moment, this is another one. Why is you sitting in between your grown son and somebody else? Not only is it just a woman, it's like you said, the potential face of whatever she's participating in, right? Or at least one or somewhere.
She is the face of women's college basketball. Yeah. Not to get it confused. Paige is leaving. Right? Like
the same way that it's a certain kind of woman that knows the stats of these college quarterbacks and they hone in and they understand going to the league. That's how they can attach themselves to the situation. Mom, you got to know who you dealing with. You got to know who he talking to. I ain't even never seen JuJu smile like that. I'm going to need you to step out the way. You could have came back and sat on the other side of the situation.
Do you know what kind of babies they might have? Oh, my God.
They be so excited on this one. She out of bounds on that one, bro. That's all.
JuJu signed a multi-million-dollar Nike deal as a freshman.
And she getting NIL.
And she getting NIL, and she's about to drop a shoe in the fall of 2025. So it's gonna be, she's gonna have a shoe before he will. Mom's gotta move. You gotta move to the side. At a certain time, yeah, you can coddle your son and you can get him to this point and everything else. But as you say, if he's liking what he's liking and he's gonna wipe that up, hey mom, either you gonna do this or we're not gonna have you in this situation. Because at the end of the day, man's gonna choose his wife. So you just said it, you hit it for us.
Ain't that what the Bible tells us too?
Not in Marvin Sapp reading it. But,
am I tripping? Was he in the NFC Championship game? Am I tripping?
Yes.
It was the Washington Commanders versus the Philadelphia Eagles, right? And the Philadelphia Eagles went on to win the Super Bowl in February, correct?
Oh, yes, sir.
He was a rookie, right? This last year, wasn't he also offensive rookie of the year? Am I correct in that assessment?
You on fire, sir?
They did Gatorade commercials and everything.
Yeah, the whole 9 yards, right? So he's a big deal in the NFL, and he's a big deal for the Commanders. So he live in proximity of that. He did not beat the Ravens, but that's not my point. We're talking about a grown man, a professional athlete who is probably 2 years, 3 max away from $200 million guaranteed if he stays upright and healthy.
Easy.
Right? Fair enough. I just don't, Mom, get the fuck out the way. Like everything you saying is noise to me. She in the fucking way for everything that she's saying. Feel how you feel. Tell that shit to your girlfriends. You don't get on national TV and say that about your grown ass son. What now you gonna start picking his receivers, picking his tight end, picking his running back, picking the coach, saying Magic can't come because he lived a promiscuous life? Get the fuck out of here. Yo,
real quick, before somebody else go. What you also doing, Mom, is giving that chick who feel like, oh, know what? I wasn't paying him no mind, but because his mom act like that, now I gotta have him. You putting a bigger target on him because the chicks now like, she, get competitive nature or whatever. I'm gonna go get him just because his mom act like that to see if I can do it.
Is she dropping him off at practice? I mean, is she standing on the sideline? Like, tell me, like, what's next? Do they live together? Like, all this shit is weirdo energy to me. This shit weird as fuck.
This is some husband son stuff. I see that mom and dad ain't married. There's an article from People where Jayden quote said, "Nothing gets past my mama." The NFL quarterback said on the interview on Boardroom in December 2024, "She reads people. She doesn't want to put people around me that she doesn't feel will benefit me." Yeah, that ain't gonna be no long-term thing that's gonna end well.
He ain't gonna never be successful. It's a
This just hilarious in that picture with her son. That's what this is.
Hey,
come on, man.
Make black fathers great again. Everybody can't get a LeVar Ball. Everybody can't get a black father in their corner. This is why black fathers are important.
The whole time.
We need black men to encourage other black men. That's what we are here. We're examples of that. We need to be there for our sons, and we need to coach them through. A woman can't do it. You just can't. That type of cock blocking is sick. And I'm going to pray it away in the name of Jesus. I just thank y'all right now for giving us $20 a piece right now and donate to us. Because I know
the Brothers Talking Shit podcast. What you got, PJ?
Tap the link at the bottom.
No, the only thing that I thought of was maybe she just didn't know who JuJu was. That's the only excuse I got for her.
I don't even know how that's possible.
I don't know how that's possible.
Wouldn't they at the same arena where JuJu had just played a game?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. The bond speaks for itself.
She's JuJu Watkins, right? Yeah. Like I don't know nobody who don't know who JuJu Watkins is, especially in that space.
The funny part is like she looks like she enjoys it. That's the funny part about it. Like when she was sitting in between them, she was like, you know what I mean? It was like, yeah, I'm right here. Like, what you gonna do? Type of energy.
And I heard she was pointing out stuff too, P. Like, oh, y'all see the cameras looking at y'all. Y'all can't be smiling. Y'all can't be happy. Y'all shouldn't be talking.
You never been famous. You don't know what the fuck's supposed to happen in this shit.
I don't know her name. Yeah, like what's her name? Mama Daniels. Like,
got something out of here. Go ahead, Dre.
So I got two things. So did y'all see so there's another video that I seen where like he's at a game and he's like on his phone and his mom's like, yo, phone. Because
where's his game?
Like we ain't never seen a famous person on the phone at a game before. But yeah, she told him like you could see her mouth like get off the phone. The other part is, Mom, if you are scared that the leeches are gonna get your son, then you need to know who the hell JuJu is, so you know that she's not a leech. So you know your job well if you don't know who's a leech and who's not a leech. If that's your sole purpose and that's your biggest fear, you need to do a better job.
Sure. Yo, first of all, we was talking about fathers need to be available. She need a man because a man. I'll tell my wife, and my wife was like, "Yo, come, bring your ass over here. Come sit down. Leave him alone." That's what husbands do. That's what husbands do. Yo, no, you're not doing all that. Come here.
Chill the fuck out. Yeah.
She's also the agent, so she's gonna. I mean,
no, that could be the problem. Job.
That could be. No, I'm saying that could be the problem that she has too much
control.
Control, exactly.
And he's gonna wanna eventually, if he got any type of something to him, he's gonna project.
I'm
predicting in 2 years he'll be Clutch Sports.
We chatted about her. Maybe it was a group chat. When she became an agent, because there was a picture that went viral, I believe. But the point is, I don't even mind the agents stuff a la Lamar Jackson's mom, right? The point is, like, even if you got all of that thing and you got this thing against you, bad optics, you look crazy now. Like you look like somebody I don't want to talk to about no situation. If you trying to coach him through that same thing, you let him be. You can't helicopter. Her name is Jackson and his daddy named Daniels. They're not even married. I'm just saying. Right, you know, so to Neef's point, like it'd be like a situation. Leave that boy alone. Oh boy, that's JuJu. Leave that boy alone. That's what a man would say. Any regular man in that situation, and she'd be sitting over there with her husband, or even on the opposite side of opposite. You ain't had no business in between them people like that. You out of order.
And she didn't even talk to Lamar moms. Let me tell you something. Everything that they say about Lamar Jackson mom, guess what? I don't know what her voice sound like.
You don't know what she sound like.
I ain't never heard her say a not. She sat next to her son, hugged him when he got drafted, been a part of the negotiations, and and she even lived there near here and with him. I'm not gonna say how I know, but I ain't never heard her voice.
Barely know what she looked like. Barely. She could walk past me right now, and I would just speak to her as a black woman, and that's about it. I don't know her name, right?
I
talked to Savannah and Lamar Jackson mother.
In our first couple episodes back, we've talked about being parents, and we raise our kids a certain way, but we have to trust that the things that we taught them, they took it in, and they will be able to use them, and we can't stand over them, and we can't try to police them. We've had this conversation the last couple of weeks since we've been back. In the last month, I swear, on 2 or 3 episodes, we've had this conversation. If you raised your son the right way, let your son use the tools that you've given him, and let him live his life.
It's not a helicopter parenting for her, yo. It's same hoodie parenting, right? Like she getting in his joint, like, yeah, we going to the street. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like, with my practice jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like
I mean, but it's
doing the most.
It's just another example of the modern single mother of how detrimental they can be. Even if you look at the hip hop community, you look at a lot of these rappers that's been slain, they mamas get up, they talking. You know, you look at this young baby that was just, taken away from us. What's that? Get Money Ronnie, Lil Ronnie daughter, his baby mama. She on the camera showing the money and tripping. It's like, again, I think all these things are examples of, man, we gotta get the daddies back because the mamas can't do it. I think, lastly, his mama kind of remind me of, she was like the bad chick back in the day. She was the bad little yellow. You know what I'm saying? Guess it didn't work out between the daddy or whatever. She ain't getting nobody. Her value ain't going up. So yeah, it's like I'm looking at my son as the husband. I'm looking at my son as the man that's gonna take care of me, and I'm gonna protect the funds that way. And it's what Vin Rames said in Baby Boy. You got an Oedipus complex. See, you want your mama to be the one. But
guess what?
This my woman.
This is my woman.
He can have a woman and still take care of his mama. That don't mean you're exited or you exit stage left because he has a woman. You're his mother. He remembers all the things you did for him. He remembers the sacrifices. You raised him right? So trust in the process.
Trust the process when he exited.
And Miss Felicia Jones is her name.
And it's my
That's
twist.
Lamar's mom. I just had to get
twist.
that out.
You can't
Miss
be
Felicia Jones. We appreciate you.
You can't be a good pick anyway, because ain't nobody locked in on you. Your last name's still your maiden name.
Right.
So how you know about relationships and how the shit work and what's the best? What proof? Listen, when I take advice, I don't take advice from a single motherfucker and I'm married. I take advice from a motherfucker been married 40 years. So why is your single son taking advice from you who been single and ain't had a man and since your daddy?
Like you supposed to show me how to do it.
Right. You got it fucked up too. You still learning. Who the fuck is you to give advice?
Hey, but can we say this too? I think in our community, we value the mother higher than anything else. When
you get 23, 24 and you start living life, you realize your mom might not got that shit together like you think she did when you were 6.
Maybe he's a virgin still.
Facts.
Nah, I hope not. I mean, listen, whatever. God bless the young brother.
Ain't no way, Juice. You went to LSU.
It's a bunch
he
of white
started
kids
at Arizona State, though.
He might be.
No.
He might.
Well, you know what they do? I don't know about.
I don't know what they do, Jay. I don't know what they doing out there.
I'm just saying this. I don't know.
What kind of scandal you about to tell about LSU?
Most of y'all probably play sports in high school, right? And if you went to college, you got a college tour. I don't know how your college tour was, but mine was a little different, right? And so to get me to come from one school to another, from Arizona State to LSU, I'm sure they enticed him some type of way.
All right, we're gonna do that where it's at. God bless everybody.
I ain't touching it. I had a story, but I ain't touching it.
You will be the one to have a story. Right? You will be the one to have a story.
Yeah, out of the 7 of us, one of us here is a college athlete, right? You know what I'm saying?
I seen this high school games. I was there.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to JuJu Smith, torn ACL. Does that stop? I did get that right, torn ACL. Okay, I ain't say quad or no wrong shit. All right,
torn pectorials in her, you know what I'm saying? Her knee.
She got a headache. Right. She got a headache. No, nigga, yeah. Get well soon. Does that stop the does anything change about how we feel about her future? I feel like the way medicine is, she could be back by January of next year.
I think that's definitely a Dr.
I agree.
Cool.
Say like, you
Right,
gonna
right,
keep
right,
that
right.
right to the
Right,
doctor.
right.
Our
My bad. Look at
people's
Cool like,
podiatrist.
what you doing, Neef? What you doing, Neef?
No. It's a fair take. I mean, I've told you guys privately, not even the doctor part, but the mic part. I tore my ACL twice. Same knee. And I don't want to do it a third time. So part of my psyche, I don't even look at the injuries. I don't look at injuries on TV till this day. I turn my head. So I have not seen it. I've JuJu specifically. I ain't even look at it. Came across timeline, turn my head, get out the app or whatever I was looking at. And
is that the equivalent of me not eating my own food? I'm just trying. Is that? I'm just saying, like, just in theory.
Probably, yeah.
But
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I don't eat it that night. Well, pause.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, the next day.
But I think for me, one, I probably was 15. The other one, I was probably 25 at the time. And there were even not only procedural differences in a relatively short span of time, there were post-operative differences that I did the second time that I didn't do the first time. And that was almost 25 years ago. You know what I mean? From the second one. And so I think the medicine might be relatively the same from a surgery and repair standpoint. The recovery always, and then specifically here, will vary based on severity of the injury, which when we say these things, we don't flip it. No, I ain't looked at her MRI or report or examined her. None of us have. Most of us haven't, right? And so we'll be based on that. But more importantly, the post-op or peri-operative recovery and the mindset. Like I don't look at things. So there's a mindset where you got to learn how to walk again. You hear some of these athletes that are challenged by the injuries be like, I don't know if I want to come back. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't doing nothing they was doing. I haven't played 5-on-5 full court basketball in over 20 years behind that second injury. You won't get me somebody to lie to you if they said they seen me running up and down. Just because now I play some other stuff now, but like the point remains the same. You know what I mean? And so I think the recovery, I think to be that great at where she is, I assume the mindset that's needed to recover from such an injury remains intact and the same, and that she'll be okay. The only challenge is the woman anatomy part, which we don't know. You know, in the healing of those, there is some difference in strength and stuff like that. And then the severity hitting into whatever repairs, surgery she needs, in general. But the medicine, I think the perioperative care is the biggest advancement that we got going on. I would hope she has some hyperbaric stuff, LeBron James type stuff, when we read all about it. So
real quick before anybody else go, Paige, the one from
Paige Buckner.
UConn.
Yeah.
What happened to her last year?
ACL.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So the same injury.
Yeah.
And she was able to come back. She got hurt late in the year, I feel like, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they've been in contact too.
They should. Probably do.
Paige gonna be number one.
Oh, definitely.
Sure.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you. Somebody go ahead, Dre. You got something?
No, I was just saying, JuJu will be back. I'm not too worried about it. I think she'll be fine.
Jay?
Oh, yeah. I mean, she's definitely coming back. She wants a.
I'm just saying, like, do we feel like we talking about the next Jordan? That's how I look at the woman version of Michael Jordan. Like her coming to the WNBA. That's how much of I feel like an impact her presence.
Well, how you gonna cut me off? Because I was just about to say that.
Because little brothers think like they big brothers. That's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, that's why you about to get choked. All right, listen.
Threaten me on 412 people to see it. Got plenty of fucking witnesses. I go missing.
The way her intensity is, she really has a Kobe like attitude. Like she's not letting anything stop her. Like I think if she could have played through this injury, she would have. And compared to like some of the girls in the league, I'm curious to see what team she goes to, because if you're tracking the WNBA and these girls are coming out, Rakia Davis and Paige will be there, and you got Sabrina and what's her girl dating Bam, Asia.
Yeah.
These girls are balling. They're here to make a statement, right? And then girl from Baltimore too.
Angel.
So Angel, yeah. So these girls here make a statement. Like I said, if I honestly think if the WNBA lowers the rim down.
All right, we're gonna leave that right there.
Stop. Let me.
Jay, what is you talking about?
I'm gonna talk my talk, man.
Jay, what did I say in the drink? Come on, man.
Okay, yeah. You said
PJ, you got something? Okay, God bless.
Yeah, no,
PJ,
I was just gonna say, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the same surgeon that did Kobe's injury is going to do her, so she's in good hands. She'll be fine. She'll bounce right back.
All State.
Juice.
I think it did look terrible, man. Just watching it live action, it looked terrible. But I agree with everyone else. I think she'll come back. I think she's a good brand, great talent. She's gonna get the right health professionals around her. We've seen people come from major injuries before that they hadn't in the past. You know what I'm saying? So I have all the faith she's gonna be all right, and she fine. You know what I'm saying? I just want to
quick
put it in
take.
there.
Quick take to the left, real quick.
I got one more thing.
Go ahead.
Am I the only one that think that she plays high?
Like how? Like we are?
Play like gummy high.
I never thought about it, but I'm at the.
What
makes you say that?
So low, bro.
You got a low set.
They said she just opened her eyes when she was talking to Jayden. Right, first time.
Animated, you haven't seen her face.
Hey, she might be, man.
She is from.
It's in California.
Yeah.
Right.
Real quick, is this Kobe mentality thing used too loosely now? Real quick.
No.
Iceberg.
I don't think so.
No.
A lot of motherfuckers are saying it though.
Yeah.
Everybody don't got that like that shit. No, like the way Kobe was.
Yeah, you gotta psych yourself up to even say it, right? Yeah, like that's how I attack business. I got it like right behind me, yo. It's like everywhere.
You got brothers talking right behind you, brother. That's all we.
Oh, I'm just saying on the wall. I got it on the wall. You know what I'm saying?
But they ain't
whoever
losing
takes the win, whether it's sitting on the bench, waving a towel, handing a cup of water to a teammate, or hitting the game-winning shot. Quote, Kobe Bean Bryant.
So y'all don't think it's being used too loosely?
I think a lot of times they say, we think he has the Mamba mentality. So, there's evidence of it, but, until it's you know what I mean?
I'm speaking more to athletes saying, like, yeah, I'll be listening, Kobe be, like, y'all niggas be saying, Kobe, y'all be saying that shit, like, I don't know. Is y'all doing what y'all saying y'all doing? Because that's a whole nother monster. Pause.
Nah, that's just something to say on the camera.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They're using it loosely. All right. Iceberg, let's talk about this code switching. This is an iceberg topic. Iceberg, what's up with this code switching?
So I'm a business professional, but I'm still a kid from South Baltimore, Cherry Hill, right? And like when people say code switch, the term meaning that you speak or act differently when you're around different people. Yeah, I do. Right? I don't even know what the problem is with that. Right? Like you're not going to shame me into being a different person who get money versus who I am around my friends. It's certain things I can say around y'all that I can't say around my business partners. And that's okay. Right? And I believe that's the same for them too. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? So do I code switch? Every day. Right? Does it serve me well? Yup. Right? So that's all I wanted to say, man. You're not gonna shame me into being upset about that. Right?
Go ahead,
Fuck
cool.
out of here.
Let me piggyback in on that real quick. Is it code switching when overt races go to covert races?
Come on,
do they code switch?
Come on,
like the
bro.
old judges and all that and all that. They code switch too, right?
If you talking how you talk with your homies and you talking in a business situation the same way, it's something wrong with you. You're doing something wrong
in the streets. Your business is.
I had a coworker who just started following me on Facebook and was like, "Oh, you're on a podcast. Oh, you speak so well." And I'm just like, sometimes.
You sure they was talking about you?
So, and I think I'm okay on here. Like, what you say, Jay?
I said, you sure they were talking about you?
I'm positive. I'm positive they're talking about me.
Okay.
I'm positive.
Okay.
I
I
know.
think it kind of came up when I heard LeBron go, so when he was on the show, he was like motherfucker, like he kind of put his
Oh
little
yeah,
white
talk
man
about
on
that,
there.
Juice. Was that on the list, or you just said that?
No, because that's what
Motherfucker
I was
is
like.
a ain't,
I'm
ain't
like
no
his.
R's in
I'm
motherfucker.
like his code switch is just top tier. Nah, man, look. I'm gonna say this: when it's time to be professional, let's be professional. We ain't finna go in there and be like, yeah, man, know what I'm saying? We finna, we C's and B's and throwing them gang signs and all. But I do always find it a little strange when somebody just totally like if you were to hear me, if you just came into a business setting and you just all of a sudden heard Juice go, yeah, guys, so I just think that
Yeah,
we
nah,
should
that's
be.
crazy.
It's like that, and that's when it gets a little strange.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
LeBron was kind of
yeah.
giving. Like LeBron, you ain't even got to do that. But nah, we do want to be professional in professional settings. We don't want to be throwing up C's and B's and you know what I'm saying.
When in charge, take charge. You know what I mean?
What
So,
real talk? When I text motherfucker, like when I get the mother and the F, my motherfucker end with an A. Like you know the auto correct shit.
Yeah,
My shit don't have
like
no R on
no.
that shit. Say motherfucker. Like nigga, you know what you talking about, motherfucker. For real, motherfucker. That's no. That's Melissa Ford shit.
Yo, for 3 weeks
Jay,
in a row, you be taking shots at
You
Melissa.
don't
I
like
ain't brought
Get
Melissa
out
Ford
of
up
me.
shout
earlier.
out to
She do
Melissa
do
Ford,
that
yo.
though. She do
Shout
be
out
like
to her.
You
motherfucker.
motherfuckers.
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah, yeah.
motherfuckers.
She's
She's
Canadian.
Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's Canadian.
Listen, I can't
She's
marry a woman that
Canadian.
says motherfucker. I
I
can't
could,
marry her. You better say
I,
motherfucker like me.
hey,
That shit is in the prenup.
Have
Oh,
you
no, not
seen
the
hey,
Melissa
prenup, but
Ford?
that shit is
hey,
in.
Melissa Ford, bring,
Have you
hey,
seen Melissa Ford? I
Melissa
don't give a fuck
Ford,
what she said.
Melissa Ford, bring that ass here, cause I'll marry that motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you that shit right now.
All right, real quick. I got another drink. Might serious out for a second. Uh, how important is accountability when you're forgiving somebody? I believe accountability is the first step of truly forgiving someone. I was going through an experience as of late, and I was trying to get to the point of getting past something, and then the person said something to me that was just like they wasn't accountable for what it was we was going through at the moment, and it kind of halted the the process of us being able to possibly get back to being what we were. So it's something that inside of me just like I really feel like I need that. I feel like I would be that. If I do something wrong, I gotta sit back here and say, yo, Iceberg, I fucked up. I apologize. I'm one time, then I tell a story. I think I told Iceberg, it might be me, Iceberg and Juice, and I told Iceberg, I might have told him shut the fuck up. I might have told him that. And when I tell you, it hurt my heart so bad to tell him that I apologized maybe 30 times after. Do you remember that, Juice?
He said it on the pod and like
And
No, no,
Rel
no,
said,
no. It's like
he said,
pre-production
"What
or
you
oh,
something.
need."
pre-production. Okay,
He
We
yeah,
was
said,
talking
"What
to
you
something, and I
need
was
to
like,
do."
"Yo, why don't you?" I said, I said something like, and I love my brother, so it hurt me so
I
much.
don't
And
remember. You told me that.
no, I
No,
told
me. He
Rel
told
that.
me that.
He
Yeah.
told Rel that, and
Right,
Rel
right,
said,
right.
"What
But
you
you was,
need
I
to
think,
do is," and then he said, "You don't tell me what to do is." And that's how the shit went from there.
Oh, then
Oh,
Jay
I
was
don't.
there.
I don't
Yeah.
know, Jay. I don't think you was there, Jay. I
I
think you
don't
How you
just
remember.
gonna tell me if I was there or not? I just reiterated the whole
told
situation
you. I
for you.
said I don't think you was
No, just
there.
because
What
you
do you mean?
bigger
How am I
than
going
me,
to tell you?
Bro. Did
No, but
I
I'm just
not say
saying.
what it
All right, all
was?
right,
Yeah, that's
all
what it
right.
was. Yeah, that's what it
Okay,
was.
Jay, you was
Yeah.
there, Jay.
Yeah.
But I feel like accountability is the first step in really being able to get past something. If I can't get the accountability, then I don't think we can ever get to us
Damn,
getting past that.
boy, you
Go ahead,
preaching the
Juice.
word right now. Go ahead. No, no. I'm. It's funny that you're saying that because I'm having some experiences with that. I think that the first person I always look at, no matter what I do, and on the charm hour where I've talked about this, my own personal life, is that I look at myself in the mirror. I go to me first. I always confront the things that I've done. It is very hard to move on with people. First of all, you have to forgive for yourself. So you have to have
Mhm.
forgiveness. But it is definitely hard to move forward in any relationship when that person cannot accept any type of accountability in their part. Because
Mhm.
we all play a part. Like there's no such thing as
The
it's
whole.
all them. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's all them, it's never me. That's narcissism. That's a little
Mhm.
bit of narcissism right there. So accountability is hard because I think what happens is once you start to talk about accountability, then we get the responsibility. Like then we get to start talking about what I was doing. And a lot of times it's hard to hold that. It's hard, even for us, like for me, it's hard to be like, I did that. That's why you felt so bad when you told me to shut the fuck up because now you got to say, Why did I do that? Why was I out of pocket? Like, you have to chasten yourself and hold a level of responsibility that's tough. And we need to start being more honest with that's actually tough. It's tough to be wrong, dog. It's not easy accepting accountability.
You know what made it worse? He was so cool about it. And I was like, God, like, no, be mad at me. Like, you know, that shit was like, when I tell you, it stuck with me for like, I might have been apologizing for weeks. Like, bro, look, I'm sorry I said that to you. He's like, oh, don't worry about it, bro. I know you didn't. And I'd be like, no, shut the fuck
this is
up.
starting
Like,
I think this is starting to come back more now that you believe. This is a while ago.
It was a while
well,
ago.
yeah.
A while ago.
I mean, it was at least 5 years, like 4 years
Yeah.
ago.
This
You
is
know,
starting to
but
come back.
Not this go round.
no, because end of the day, he's a person who, just to speak on it, what me and real relationship is, I can say anything. There's not too many people in the world that you can just say any fucking thing to, not even your wife. You can't say any, you got to be careful what you say to your wife. You got to be careful. He's the one person I can sit back here and just be like, ah, and I know he's not going to judge me and it's going to be what it's going to be. But I felt like I used that, what we have, and I feel like I used it wrong. You get what I'm saying? And that shit really ate at me to the point where I was like, I kept up, I couldn't let it go. And you see, even to this day, like, that's my best friend in the fucking world. There's nothing that man can sit back here. There's nothing I would ask him to do. He would try to fucking do it. His fucking mother would try to do anything in the world for me. So when I did that, and he wasn't phased, but it just fucking killed me. You get what I'm saying? Go ahead, cool.
I'm just there's some things I apologize for constantly. Every time it pops in my head, again to iceberg. I won't even say what it was, but I
So is he the guy? Is he the guy?
I brought him out with me on college campuses before he was of true age. And you know, we closer in bond than even our few years apart are, right? So there was just some things that I'm not proud of as an older cousin. I'm like, boy, come on. And to his person, he like, no. No, but like you know, years later, I always apologize. I'm like, I'm so sorry for being like, you know, the coolest, but like, you know,
a bad influence almost.
Right, yeah, but like,
which is just like the most surprising thing in the world, because you can't see cool ever being not cool.
No, it was still cool. Like, no, like, fuck it. It's my story. Like drinking, right? You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't drinking, and him and my big cousin Bert, shout out to Bert. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Bert. I'll call you right now if I need to. Right? It was like they was walking like chastised, like sober boy. Like that was my whole name during like Howard Homecoming. Like, look at this sober dude over here. Like not drinking like the rest of us, college kids. Right? And I was every bit of like 15 or 16. But like I'll be 44, 40. I'll be 45 this year. Just to think about that, you just like I'm here, right? Like we've had so many more blessings and adventures and accomplished so much more apart and much more together, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm home now.
We had a beef because at the end of the day, you forcing him to be that way is the reason why me and him never had a drink all these years. Because I used to beg him like, first of all, I can't understand how he was able to party the way he was able to party sober. Like, he was like the most. I got the party the way I partied then. I had to be fucked up. You get what I'm saying? He was able to be sober, but I was never able to have a drink with my brother, which is the one thing probably that before we die, we're gonna have to figure it the fuck out because it just gotta happen.
Go ahead, Juice's point. Oh, go ahead, Dre. Go ahead, Dre.
Oh no, go ahead. I'm enjoying.
Yeah. So for me, like to Flush and Juice and Cool's point, like I'm big on accountability too, but I be ready to move on. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing that Flush could say to me that would affect me any bit, because I know how he feels about me, right? I know your heart, right? Even when we've been through some shit, like we gonna get past that and we gonna be us, because we don't have no choice, because everything that we've been through is much greater than whatever's happening right now. So the singular never could outweigh the whole, right? Cool's my mentor, right? Like he could tell me shut the fuck up right now and I would do it, right? Like regardless of what that was, right? Like, bro, I had a crazy amount in my bank account, and somebody asked us who was in charge, and we all pointed at Cool, right? And I thought about it, like, yo, I'm all right in life, but like a comedian looked at us and said, "Who's in charge?" Me, PJ, and Jordan immediately pointed at him, like y'all wasn't the president of a company that's $100 million up, like he is, right? Like that true story, like real life, that like all of that stuff happened. And I just be ready to move on from whatever somebody's feeling, because I don't need nobody to feel that way, right? Like accountability. All right, cool. Yeah, got it. I'm good. I apologize. Let's move on.
Will eat
I
you the
accept
fuck
your
up.
apology. Let's move on.
As smooth as he is about that shit, will eat you the fuck up when you the one who did the shit. You'd be like, God damn, like you not mad? But he could tell me to shut the fuck up too. I probably wouldn't even care. But that's like as much as let me tell you, that's big bro. Like he talk about Cool. That's big bro. The thing about all of us in general, I want to sit back here and say, PJ been around. I knew PJ was a teenager. I knew Dre cut my hair in the Navy before. You get what I'm saying? Like, end of the day, when we sit down as men, none of those other things matter. I still feel like if we sit down as men, Cool is still Cool. Cool just know what to say. The shit could be going crazy. Cool to say one thing and it just come back and we move. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? He just got that. Go ahead, smile, Cool. I know we can that whistling out. You get what I'm saying? But that's how it moves. You get what I'm saying? So that's just what it is with the situation. So this nigga right here can say, "Shut the fuck up, Neef." If you can tell me, "Shut the fuck up," John, I go, "You my little brother." I might have to suplex your big ass. But
I feel in this aspect we all can say that because we all know where it comes from, right? Even with
when I said it didn't come from. It was I was drawn.
But we all know the background of each other and the love is there, right? So I know PJ, a year, 2 years, whatever, however long it is. But if he was to say, "Hey Jay, shut up," and I'm like, "All right, hold on, what you got?" I'm gonna pause for a second. And as far as Cool, Cool's that guy. Just put some music on. He gonna bring out a few dance moves and make sure. You
ain't seen dance shit. You was there, Juice. You seen him take over the dance floor.
Yeah, I'm saying. So once those legs start moving, we good. Everybody.
Look, them ACLs, that 2 ACL tears don't matter then, right?
No, that shit don't matter
enough.
They a dancing ass family anyway. Only one I ain't seen dance is PJ. I don't think I seen PJ dance. First of all, I've known Rel first, so I thought dancing was just Rel. That shit is that's a whole family thing. Like,
and I'm the chill one, right? Right. Cool and Jordan.
The dance floor shit get way different. About taking over the party. Everybody's watching when Cool dances. Yeah, serious.
Hey, Neve, hold on. Before you go to your next thing, I gotta ask this question. Jay, what the fuck are you drinking?
Pina colada. I told you.
This is lemonade and
that's some egg sperm from them chickens that he.
Hey, pause.
They got some yolk from them chickens that he got. Blue eggs and all this other weird shit he got going on.
What's good, Drake? What's good, Drake?
Jay, I'm seeing you sipping, and I'm like, bro, is he really drinking a pina colada?
What is it, Jay?
Yo, I'm not Neve. So
you damn sure ain't, because my shit brown over this motherfucker.
There's lemonade and Tito's.
All right.
I got this from
don't make it now. All right, Iceberg.
Yo,
Baylen Out Loud.
Yeah, so it's this young lady named Baylen. She has a show on TLC called Baylen Out Loud, and she's a young lady with Tourette's syndrome, and like her Tourette's has her speaking like a British accent, like she just talk regular, and then it's called a tic. Right, so she's really out there putting out the condition as it is. So we've heard about people with Tourette's, but like really shining a light on it. And I say she was talking to what's the Como brother, the one that used to be on CNN. He got fired. Is it Chris? One of the Como brothers, right? He was talking to her. I seen an interview with him. And I think that's gonna be my next guilty pleasure, man. So definitely a promotion. I'm gonna watch Baylen Out Loud on TLC and see what it is and see what she's saying.
Did you see when she went to the convention?
I did not. Like I said, I'm just getting locked in. I'm
Oh
just
my
getting
gosh.
locked in. I saw it and put it on the topic list.
Yeah,
So I'm interested.
when they, because I breeze over it too,
Yeah.
and so it's weird. She went through TSA, and the stuff that she said through TSA. If we was to say that, we in the back room.
Do they warn? Do they? Well, there's cameras there, so they kind of know, right, beforehand what the situation is.
I think she can get it out, but the tick is the tick, right? So it's like she damn near code switching, right? She going in between and just, you know what I'm saying? You know that she has it because she's saying it, and she can't control it.
Right.
So whatever somebody feels is whatever, right? She's like, oh, tiny little dicks. It's wild. Like, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Being her boyfriend got to be a trip.
Oh my
She just got
goodness.
the little white
You
boy
on the
looking on
joint too, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But she don't tick all the time, which is interesting too. So yeah, I'm gonna
right.
check
I
it
wonder
out.
what triggers it.
Yeah.
Bronny goes off for 39. Do it mean anything?
G League MVP.
Yes, it means that he's a good basketball player.
PJ. Still not sure? The jury's still out?
I don't think so. I think just off of the strength of, his dad, he's going to have that work ethic and know how to like approach the game. So that'll automatically make him light years better all the rest of the guys in that particular league. But good for him. You know what I mean? I think as many repetitions as he can get will help him out tremendously. So, just keep him in the G League, keep him, when the Lakers, just flip flopping, he'll be good.
Cool.
There was no but after your statement, if you ask me, PJ. That's kind of the point, right? Repetition, a couple more years removed from like almost dying, that kind of stuff is, and it's also like it's what burned me up, not to kind of switch, but just to kind of make the point. Used to burn me up about like Skip Bayless's attack on LeBron James Sr. Like just because somebody didn't do it doesn't mean they're incapable of doing it for their lifetime. And that argument is crazy to me. You seeing it now with Lamar Jackson, but like the point about him having the work ethic, the understanding expectations, it just proves he's getting better. Maybe it's no big deal in the grand scheme, but he's not a bum the way y'all try to portray him to be.
Yeah.
Flat out.
Yeah.
He's gotten better, and that's all you want to see out of any draft pick you ever draft, any team, everywhere. Progression.
And that's the one thing when you speak about LeBron and his sons, what he might have got from his dad. Maybe he didn't get the physical attributes, but the work hard, when you see the people, your parents get up and go to work, and what they do,
parent for Bronny.
One more time.
I said parent for Bronny.
What do you mean?
His mother don't work.
Savannah,
I'm just saying. Well, I'm
just joking. Go ahead.
All right. I'm just saying when you see
she hold the family down, always has.
You some of those things you take into your own personality, and as much as they talk about everything else, maybe that's not looked at enough or considered when you speak about Bronny.
Plus, you see my man Bronny tell the dude his chain was fake. I'm here for all that. I'm here for all.
Look, from a distance, he knew. Oh, no, that ain't real.
I didn't see that, but like
that was a couple weeks ago.
I'm not impressed.
And the dude,
by
listen,
what
the
he
dude
did
he said it to posted the video.
Oh, did he? Oh, I like it. Yeah, got you. Yeah, I'm not impressed by what he did in the G League. I was more impressed by what he did in the NBA when they played the Nuggets that night, right? Yeah, like I think he can play in the NBA, and you know what I'm saying, repetitions there are good for everybody. Right? Like you got the Jalen Brunsons of the world who come out of nowhere and that team is faltering without him, right? Like nobody cared about Jalen Brunson before he was a Mav or any of that stuff, yo.
They thought he's one of them guys who got off in college and that was it.
Yeah, so I mean, I think he's gonna be all right. I think he's gonna be good. This is like his sophomore year of college in the grand scheme of things, right? Like his developmental year. Go ahead, Pete.
No, I was just gonna say, I think you just going off of that Jalen Brunson comparison, the difference between those two is Brunson was a national champion, you know what I mean? But Bronny He wasn't that successful in college.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't a starter. You know what I mean? Didn't average crazy numbers, anything like that. And then he had that health scare. So I think the doubt and the skepticism was fair, but I think what he's doing is like under promising and over delivering at this point. Like
Mm.
he's exceeding all those expectations
Mm-hmm.
of a second round pick, 55, that anyone would have. So it's like he playing with house money at this point. You know what I mean? So he can just get better and better and better, and really just just turn into like a. I don't think he'll be and I don't want to say that. I can see him becoming an all star at some point, but I guess for the foreseeable future, he can be like a serviceable rotation player for sure.
I
So
guess definitely go, Dre.
one thing that's getting overlooked in all of this, right? The difference between Bronny James on an NBA court and the difference between Bronny James on a G League court is that on a G League court, he can be the first or second option, right? So he
Mm-hmm.
NBA games and people got all these expectations of him. But what option on offense is Bronny James when he's wearing a LA Laker uniform? It might be 4 or 5. He might not even be an option. They say just
Mm-hmm.
let you. So I think people are not taking in consideration the fact that like he's not an option on offense. That's not his role on the NBA floor. When he goes into the G League, he's got the green light. Why? Because he's the guy, right? That's the
Mm-hmm.
he's the guy. So I think people got to start taking that into consideration. But I think Bronny's going to be okay because Tony Allen got his jersey retired.
Yo.
Yeah.
Shots
what a
fired. And he a Celtic
trade.
too. And he won a chip with y'all. But you know what else too? Because I seen something where they were saying basically that even in that game where he got off against Milwaukee, ain't nobody play. So yes, you get off with the ball in your hand, but for you to be successful on that team, you need to make sure you got that corner three and those things intact because
Yeah.
that's what you're gonna be doing more of if you want to see the floor when
When the time
Luca and
comes.
when the top players is back in the lineup. Another thing, that Jalen Brunson situation is another reason why that motherfucking GM of the Mavericks should never ever be
GM
in any
again.
office anywhere. $100 million for Jalen Brunson right now is a fucking bargain. A bargain. Real talk.
He the worst GM in the NBA.
Yeah,
It's not even close.
definitely.
And
Definitely.
I feel like he's doing it on purpose. He's so bad.
Well,
Like
you know the
that's what it feel like.
the
Rumor.
rumors. Yeah.
Yeah.
How old is too old to be fighting? Because I seen a video. I've heard a story of I've seen what's my man name? Whack 100 trying to fight somebody recently. And then I heard what's the guy who was the manager who we just talking about last week? Skip you or Uncle Skip or Skip
Big
Uncle
U.
You.
Big U.
Big U.
Big U.
Skip
Yeah,
you.
I knew it was a U in here
Skip
somewhere.
you or
I heard
something.
a story of him
Big U.
Uno.
and Nipsey going through the motions and somebody
LSU.
from Nipsey camp knocking him the fuck up, putting him on his back pockets. Like these niggas is old as hell out here still trying to fight. How old is too old to be fighting? I'm gonna tell you right now, at 43, I'm not fighting. Like if I fight you, you I had no choice. Cause end of the day, even in the win, I feel like the pain is like you took an ass whooping. Go
I'm
ahead,
a,
Jay.
I'm
Go, Dre.
I'm 40. I'm 41. I say like 25, and that at 25 is about the age, right? I'm 41. If it ain't serious enough for me to shoot you over, you can have it.
What you got? What you got, PJ?
Never. I don't think it's never an age where you can't square up.
Jay? All right, now I got a feeling Jay is gonna be Jay. I don't even
I'm
know.
It,
taking it wherever.
it all depends on the situation. If look at Alabama last year when they jumped over boy at the pier and he threw the hat in the air, he squared up. You know what I'm saying? So what PJ saying it's
He
never
definitely hit with the
age.
Bobby Schmurda.
It's never age.
That's
When
wild.
you get your ass kicked. But for me personally, I'm not trying to fight. At my age right now, I'm 38. I'm not trying to fight. I got 17 reasons on one hip and I got 10 on the other.
I knew his guns was gonna come up in this fucking question. Like I knew. I said he got too many guns to fight anyway. I already knew.
I mean, I sleep.
Cool.
with the
Please
gun.
bring some some reasonable.
I got it. What's tomorrow? What's tomorrow?
Monday.
I got shit to
Everybody here got shit to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's why you can't fight, right? Because you get locked up, the shit you got to do tomorrow is already knocked off. You understand what I'm saying? The reality is, people say, I'm grown, I could do what I want. Like, I find that so fascinating, and it's like the biggest lie. It's one of them we just say shit because we say, no, the groaner you get, the less you can do, the less capable
that's
you
a
are,
fact.
the more accountable you will be held, whether you realize it or not. Right? If you're 14 and you do something, I can get away with it. You coming home juvenile. You turn 16 or whatever that barrier is, you going up there and being charged as an adult, right? You don't fight because somebody might got a gun, and it might not be you. Somebody might got a knife. Even a hard hit might result in a concussion and a TBI, traumatic brain injury, or death. Why? Why? We just seen the dude hop the fence. Rest in peace, the scooter, hop the fence and get taken out on some wild shit. You just never know how you gonna go. It ultimately ain't gonna never be worth it. What was y'all fighting for? You ain't even gonna remember.
He doesn't know what a TBI is. Cool.
Yeah.
He thought that was a sandwich. So.
I didn't think it was a sandwich, but I didn't know what it was either. So why the fuck is you putting me on the spot?
He said it was a sandwich.
Only you would think it was a fucking sandwich, Jay, at the strip club. Let me get the TBI and tater tots and bring 3 forks out. The fuck out of here.
Hold the cheese.
Extra ketchup on the tater tots.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking me, but I would say 10 years old because I ain't got time to say that.
My bad.
10 years old.
You know, Jay got to say some weird shit that throw everything off. Thanks, Jay, for fucking up Iceberg's situation. NFL banning the nose wipe. They bored. Like, let them boys do what they do. It ain't no big deal. Iceberg.
Yeah,
so you don't get forgotten this time. Go ahead.
I don't like of all the things you could ban, the nose wipe was the one. I don't even know what it means. And maybe that's because I am about to be 45. Is it supposed to be like some gang something? I don't even like what it. Somebody explain it to me like I'm a goddamn 10-year-old who's too old to fight.
Right? Like, you literally some gang something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like you wiping somebody down, like you taking them out.
Who told the NFL that? Who the one sit back here and dry snitch to the NFL like, you know what they're doing? Willie Sam with that move? Yeah, that's like when Dave Chappelle's like, you know they say skeet on the radio? They was saying skeet on the radio. Skeet. Who gave up the tapes?
Yeah, fuck out. They in the way. Like, what do you think it means in the NBA? I mean, the NFL. Like I don't want to kill this DB for real. I just caught the ball over his and
the shit look cool.
Right?
Cool when I do it.
Yeah. Like, what am I supposed to do? Thumbs up? Like, what do you want?
Big old hand wipe on the
No. You're supposed to just get the ball to the referee and go back to the huddle like a good old boy.
Yeah.
The fuck out of here.
The no fun league.
Yeah, y'all want to know why they really want to ban it?
Why?
Because it's attached to Young Thug.
Is it?
Yes. So the Googles say it was made popular by Young Thug, so that's why they really want to ban it.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
much to do about nothing for real.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had a topic, quick takes. Name a verse we didn't need on the song. I'm gonna give you an example so you know what I'm talking about. Nori on Banned from TV. We didn't need it. Gucci Mane on MC Hammer with Rick Ross. We didn't need it. Anybody got anything? I'm gonna give y'all a second to think. What you got, Cool? You probably got something on deck because you need a second.
I don't know, yeah, we need it. That's a good one.
Dre, you got something?
I'm sitting here trying to think now. Come back to me.
PJ? Name a verse we didn't need.
I'm still thinking.
All right, we're gonna come back to that in a second.
I'm gonna say, I don't need golly.
I did not need that Nori verse. I'm sorry. And it's your song. Like, I did not need that Nori verse. I ain't gonna hold you. On the Humbug, I didn't need that Big Boy verse on what's the name with UGK. I really felt like all 3 of them verses was so hot, and I felt like his verse underwhelmed.
On what? On International Players?
That's how I felt about it.
Oh, you're so trash.
Those are 3 classic verses though.
Who, Pimp? And
Dre and Bun.
yeah.
All right, maybe come back to that next week. I'm gonna give y'all a week to think on it. We'll come back to
It
that.
seemed like I need somebody verse on We Taking Over. It might have been Joe verse. It might have been Fat Joe verse. Right?
All right. So Pete, like I told y'all, I be seeing shit, and I'm like, I gotta bring this shit to the pod. So a lot of time, most days when I work early, I go pick the twins up from school. So they get off the school bus, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a little white boy. He gets off the school. His mom is standing there. He gets off the school bus, throws his book bag on the ground, and takes off running. And his mom goes every day and picks his book bag up. And I think it's fucking insane. Am I tripping?
Wait. I think I missed that whole thing. What now? What's going on?
Okay, so I go pick Aiden and Avery up.
You ain't tripping.
Got it.
So they get off the school bus.
Got to get off
They get off the school bus. A
Yeah.
little white boy gets off the school bus. His mom is there.
Yeah.
He throws his book bag down.
Like
runs, takes off.
like open, like the bus doors open. He get off the bus, take his book bag off.
He might take 5 steps to the grass.
Right, and then drop his book bag and run to the house.
And runs. Yeah, runs to his house. Or wherever he's running to. I don't know, because I don't. But I just find it's like, if you don't give me that fucking book, like the fact that he just drops that book back on the ground and keeps it moving to me is like, what the fuck is going on?
I'm gonna shoot him some bail. That might be their thing.
Oh, fuck that.
What? The mom has
no car
there?
No, Rel? Shut the fuck up. Say no. Go ahead, Jay.
So does the mom not have a car there, or she walk there?
It's so close. She walks there. It's like it's right there. No, that shit is weird, bro.
It's weird to me that you allow him to.
And then she's like, no, don't drop it. Every time he just dropped that motherfucker.
Oh, see, you left that part of the story out.
I've seen
that part of the story out.
Some punk ass parents, man.
Estimate, how old is said mother?
Mid-30s.
Oh no, she out her fucking mind.
How old is said little boy? Oh, she's the same age as the twins, pretty much.
No, maybe a little younger. I would say 3rd grade, maybe.
So he's 8 or 9.
Right.
Nah,
I don't give a fuck if you 4.
He's 7.
Hand me that fucking bag, dog. You lost your mind? And go pick it up. I'm not doing this with you.
Nah,
you said white mother.
That might work well for him if he can get that same kind of treatment into adult manhood. But like right now, bring the bag over there.
Go get that fucking bag. Like
go back and pick it up.
You lost your fucking mind. Not in the Wilkins Castle house. You lost your.
That's what Jayden did. Jayden Daniels' mom was doing that.
That shit weird.
What do you? His dad pick him up from the bus stop. That might be the problem.
I've seen his dad come out there a couple of times, but I can't remember if he drops his dad probably late. His mom already out there.
You gotta go do some, you know what I'm saying, some goddamn investigation.
I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna come
investigative journalism on this.
We're gonna bring this back.
Yeah, you got to bring this back.
It stands the reason you probably would have remembered the man picking up the book bag too.
No, because a lot of times when I seen the dad, like when the bus stops, the mom is already there. Where they walking from, a lot of times when the dad come, he's already off the bus. You get what I'm saying? So he's already moving. But I don't think he drops it because I don't think he drops it.
You don't think he drops it because the dad ain't picked it up?
I definitely will be paying attention.
Yeah, you got to bring that back to the
I will bring it back up. All right, so I got to bring up the verse that we didn't need on the song, and I got to bring that back up. Okay, so word on the street is Usher said he had Can We Talk before Tevin Campbell had it.
No. Babyface already cleared it up on NPR Tiny Desk that he wrote that specifically for Tevin Campbell.
Okay, fuck all that. Could Usher do Can We Talk better than Tevin Campbell?
No.
Only person that I seen that do it better.
PJ, you on mute, so I don't know if you said something. Your face say no.
No, I'm just laughing.
The only person I seen to do it is the what's that kid name? Avery Wilson.
He can sing.
Yeah. Can We Talk challenge?
Huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, they had the Can We Talk challenge.
Let's stop talking about black people time. I'm tired of hearing black people time. I'm always on fucking time. I'm tired of hearing motherfuckers talk about, I was on black people time. What happened? I'm at work. They talking about these kids talking, and I hear them talking. They're talking about, yeah, I was 45 minutes late to the movies. And I said, you 45 minutes late to the movies? Like, why? I was on black people time. No, that shit is fucking weird. That ain't black people time. That's just weird shit.
Well, if you got to remember, you're military, so a couple of us in here have accountability of time because we're military. Because if not, then shit wouldn't get done.
That's just in the fucking way.
Because I know a dude right now. I say, yo, I need you in 10 minutes, and he'll be here in 45 minutes.
So I think I've officially reached the age where like an adult that can't be on time and stuff, that shit is weird to me. Like, what you got going on in your mind, in your life that you can't be on time for something? Like, that just, I don't know. That's 45 minutes late to a movie is insane to me. Like, it's weird.
That's crazy because when I said this, I did think about somebody that we all know and love. Who's late, whose brother is on the podcast right now.
Joe made it to the podcast for his brother.
He was on time, so it ain't a family thing.
I'm actually right here with him.
No! I'm fucking done. I can end the podcast right now. I can end this right now. Yo, my bad. Yo, oh my god. Yo, that was that was classic. Why that didn't happen? He been there the whole time?
No, I just got in the car.
Got in the car, yeah.
That's nigga funny. Yo, I love you, Jordan. This is a fucking...
He said he loved me.
All right.
He got the hit with the whole heart. He hit with the whole heart.
I got my AirPods.
He got his AirPod in.
Okay, versus we don't need. Pretty brown eyes, a big button, a smile. Iceberg.
Pretty brown eyes.
Dre?
Pretty brown eyes.
Oh, wait, are we talking about the song or are we talking about real life?
Real life.
Oh, big button, a smile. Fuck out of here. He fucked me up. Fuck you.
We can't even compare the songs. Why would we compare the songs?
I cleared it up. Let me go in reverse. Yeah.
Hold on. You got to start over now.
Yeah, start over. Hey, re-ask the question.
Pretty brown eyes or big button, a smile? Iceberg.
Big button, a smile.
Dre?
Big smile.
Jay?
Big button, a smile.
Cool.
Big button, smile.
PJ?
I'm gonna go brown eyes. I never dated nobody with brown eyes.
Big button, smile.
Because you've been going for the big button, smile. So
exactly.
All right. If you're the Titans, who you taking right this moment? PJ.
Titans.
If you're the Titans right now, who you taking, PJ?
I'm gonna take Travis Hunter.
Ooh, cool.
I like Shador.
Jay?
Cam Ward.
Mello?
Shador.
Iceberg. Shador, all day.
I was saying the same shit. Not that I was gonna be special. Like I was going to ask that question, but they're
not gonna take him. But
yeah, they're not gonna take him.
I think Cam Ward is gonna be a bust. That's my hot take.
I
said it in the chat.
I don't know if that's a hot take.
How you don't see the battery pack in Shador more than you just be talking about Bronny James and LeBron? They crazy out here. But I know this is a quick take.
All right. Hold on, this ain't a quick take. Austin Reeves. Put some respect on my fucking young boy name. I'm shouting out Lou Will too. I'm shouting out Lemon Pepper Will. Lemon Pepper Will talking about Austin Reeves ain't the best third option in LA. I think that changed in the last month.
He's the best third option in the NBA. Fuck the Lakers.
I got a hot take. I got a hot take right now. LeBron James is the third option on the Lakers at this moment. Right this moment, he's the third option. He's the third best player on that team right now. Not before, not later on. Today, he's the third best player on that team in the current state.
Definitely hot take-ish.
Yeah, Austin had the goddamn on high last night with 34, 35.
If Bron ain't Austin Reeves almost saved that Bulls game.
That was all LeBron fault and Austin Reeves.
That was definitely all Bron fault.
Yeah.
All right, so anybody else got something? Go, Dre.
Let's move on from the Laker talk.
Okay, cool. Well, that's right. So, PJ, what's the black footy thing?
Man, I can't really talk about it right now. I got the fam in the car, but it's really funny though.
All right, we'll
It's
save
really
that for next
funny.
week. We'll move that to next week.
Yeah, we'll hold that.
All right, and I'm gonna say this, Aaron Rod. I'm at this Aaron Hernandez thing for next week too, because I really want to probably give it a little more. All right, fuck it, we here. We got a couple minutes. We got a couple minutes.
Yeah, government.
Aaron Hernandez and this ain't even my take. I heard Antonio Gates speak about it, and it made me start thinking. And Dre, I want you to go first, but I think as a complete tight end, the different positions they were able to put him in. How old was he when he got booked, Dre?
20. I don't even.
26.
And I want to say at that time, Grunt was injured a lot. I think he was a better tight end for that team at that moment and what he was doing for them. I think Aaron Hernandez had the potential, if not to be the best tight end ever, to be the best all around tight end of all time. But we can't speak about it like almost with some R. Kelly shit. Dre, how you feel about that?
What you mean R. Kelly? You can't speak about because of R. Kelly.
Because of what R. Kelly's done outside of music, sometimes it's hard to speak on the greatness of his pen.
So he was 27 years old when he died. So
that's like what, 25 probably when he was in the league?
5 when he got arrested. Nephi, I agree with you. I really think that aside, all the outside of the field stuff, Aaron Hernandez had a real opportunity at being the greatest tight end of all time. I really do believe that. I think at the time, like you said, he was better than Gronkowski to me. And then his ability, he was almost like having another wide receiver on the field. You know what I'm saying? I think he had the potential to be, one of the GOATs, at least top 5.
Anybody else got anything?
I got something real quick. It's like asking when they talk bad about Lamar Jackson. I said, well, who would Michael Vick would have been if he wasn't running like this interstate dog fighting ring in his off seasons, right? Who would have been if he wasn't like gang membering and nose wiping or whatever he was doing? I don't know. Whatever he was doing, he might have been, you know what I mean? So there's a chance he really could have been some, super duper special if he just like practiced football instead of running the streets.
Anybody else got anything? All right, one more thing I got to bring up, and it wasn't me, but I seen somebody say something. The boy used to be on ESPN. He be on what's my man name who used to have his pop on all the time on ESPN from Miami? Huh?
The Cuban dude.
Dan LeBatard.
Dan LeBatard. So Dan LeBatard, he got the black guy who used to be on NBA. He an NBA guy. He's on Dan LeBatard's show now all the time now. He got a weird name. I can't even pronounce his name by saying it. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I mean Hassan.
Exactly.
Hassan, yeah.
He said, you know who really suffers the most out of this
Hassan, I'm sorry.
He said, you know who suffers the most out of this whole LeBron James, Stephen A. Smith thing? Skip Bayless, because Skip Bayless was coming at LeBron way before everybody else. And that shit should have been a Skip Bayless moment before a fucking Stephen A. moment. How y'all feel about that?
That's a really good point.
It ain't mine, but it stuck with me. I seen that earlier today.
So that means Skip somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Punching
mad as hell.
Punch in the air like my man from Boys in the Hood.
Yeah. That's right. I hope he gets some cutty like Trey did. Trey did all that for the cutty. He slick the up from around the way. I did himself from around the way. You all upset? Yeah, I'm trying to get it popping tonight, show. I know you're a virgin, all that other shit. We trying to get it moving. You know what I mean? This is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 176. I gotta pee like a motherfucker. I am out.
Yo.
Dead serious, dog. I've been holding this shit. My leg shaking, nigga.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.